All right, let's dive in. Today, we're building a complete framework for absolutely crushing your next virtual interview. We're going to move way beyond just simple tips and give you a structured, evidence-based roadmap to feel genuinely confident. So, does the thought of logging onto a video call for a high-stakes interview make your palms sweat? If you're nodding along, you should know that feeling is incredibly common, and there's a real scientific reason for it. You are definitely not alone here. Studies actually show that 47% of candidates feel more anxious doing virtual interviews compared to face-to-face ones. And this isn't just about having butterflies. That extra stress can cause your performance to drop by as much as 40%. That's a huge deal and could totally misrepresent what you're actually capable of. So what's going on here? Well, it's this vicious cycle. You get anxious about the tech or about missing social cues, and that hurts your performance, which, of course, just makes you even more anxious. It's a negative feedback loop that can completely derail an otherwise great interview. But here's the game-changing idea at the heart of all this. Confidence isn't something you're just born with. It's a skill. It's something you can build through practice and preparation. We can literally shift from feeling anxious to feeling prepared. And we're going to build that skill using a simple 3-part framework. Think of this as your roadmap, okay? First, we'll tackle psychological mastery, then content mastery, and finally, technical mastery. So let's jump into Pillar 1, mastering your inner state. This is all about winning the mental game before you even click that join meeting button. Check this out. It's a really powerful technique called cognitive reappraisal. Here's the crazy thing. Physiologically, anxiety and excitement feel almost identical, right? Your heart pounds, your breathing gets faster. The trick is to just consciously relabel that feeling. Instead of thinking, oh no, I'm so anxious, you tell yourself, yes, I'm excited for this. That simple switch flips your mindset from threat to opportunity, and you can channel all that energy in a positive way. And to back up that mental shift, you need a toolkit for the moment. Deep breathing, like a slow inhale for 7 seconds and a long exhale for 11, can seriously calm you down. Grounding techniques, like naming 5 things you see and 4 things you can feel, pull you back into the present moment. And yeah, visualization and affirmations might sound a little cheesy, but they literally prime your brain for success. Okay, so once your mind is in a good place, it's time to think about what you're actually gonna say. This brings us to Pillar 2, crafting your narrative. We're talking about structuring your stories so they really land with impact. The absolute bedrock for this, especially for those tell me about a time when questions, is the STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. Now, this isn't a script you memorize. Think of it more like a blueprint. It gives your answers a solid structure, which makes them clear and powerful. But the real magic? It lowers the stress on your brain in the moment, freeing you up to actually connect with the interviewer. Let's see how it works. Say you get asked about a conflict. Instead of rambling, you just follow the blueprint. You set the scene, you state your goal, you explain exactly what you did, and, this part is critical, you share the amazing positive result. See? It transforms a basic answer into a really compelling story that shows you know how to get things done. Now for the final piece of our puzzle, Pillar 3, commanding your virtual stage. This one is all about controlling the external stuff, your environment, so you can project total confidence and professionalism. Think of this as your non-negotiable pre-flight checklist. Your camera has to be at eye level. Your main light source needs to be in front of you, not behind. Please use a headset or mic for clear audio. Keep your background clean. No one needs to see your laundry pile. And for the love of all that is holy, silence everything. Every single item you check off this list is one less thing you have to worry about. In a real-life interview, you have the handshake, it's that first moment of connection. But online, we lose that. So what's the digital equivalent? What's the number one nonverbal cue you can give? It's this, looking directly at the little dot that is your camera lens. I know, it feels weird. You want to look at their face on the screen, but you have to resist. When you look at the lens, it creates the illusion of direct eye contact for them, and that is a massive signal of confidence and engagement. And mastering this stuff really, really matters. Research shows that confident body language, good posture, making gestures, and that direct camera eye contact can boost an interviewer's perception of you by over 30%. And this creates a positive feedback loop. They become more engaged with you, which in turn makes you feel even more confident. It's a win-win. So we've covered the 3 pillars. Your mind, your content, and your environment. But there's one last ingredient that ties it all together, the real catalyst, turning all this knowledge into a killer performance through practice. It's really this simple. Structured practice is the best antidote to anxiety. When you rehearse in a realistic way, you're essentially tricking your brain into feeling like, hey, I've been here before. This is familiar. It completely reduces that fear of the unknown, which is where most of our interview stress comes from. And I mean effective practice. It's more than just reading your notes. First, record yourself on video. It's the only way to see what the interviewer sees, to catch all your ums and ahs and check that eye contact. Second, you have to rehearse your star stories out loud until they just flow naturally. And third, why not leverage modern tools? There are AI platforms out there that can give you objective feedback on your communication style. All of this hard work leads to a really powerful idea from our source material. The candidate who is truly prepared, who has mastered their inner state, their narrative, and their virtual stage, has already taken back control. In a very real way, they've already won before the interview even starts. So there you have it, the complete framework. The 3 pillars, the practical tools, and the catalyst to bring it all to life. The only question left is, what's the very first step you're going to take to get ready for your next big opportunity?